Okay, looks like we're live. So today I wanted to continue the event. Day 3 opened up today, or Act 3 I believe, opened up today, and I haven't touched it. And I'm excited to see what it's all about because it's been really fun so far. It's been frustrating at times, no doubt. The weaknesses of the game certainly stand out when you have this challenging content that's designed to test you, put you at your limits. It's designed to get people with good accounts that they've spent a lot of time and possibly money on to basically hit their limits in what they can do. Now, I've come nowhere close to maxing out the points that you can get in a single thing, but I'm pretty happy with getting 7k per per challenge, but I'm guessing the mega whales and such can do way better than that. They can probably get it all the way up to the highest difficulty with everything maxed out and then still beat it. I don't know how many points that would give. 8,000? 9,000? Definitely more than 8,000. Maybe 9,000? Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna put on some music because I do recall that this event is pretty repetitive. It's all basically the same thing. So I'm just gonna, yeah, like I've done before, put on some music and just go continue with the event. Yeah, I need to open this, Act 3, so we got 9 of these, plus a domain to get through, and then the actual battle challenge battle in the domain. Which, that really is the most fun part of the event for me so far. Not even close, by far. It's been, yeah, really, again, frustrating at times, but in general, I'm really pleased with, say, having to fight Geo-Bishops. I like what they did there with in the first battle, where you have to fight 2 hatchlings, and then a hatchling and an adult, and then 2 adults. Right, it ramps up pretty naturally in difficulty. Should I bring a pyro? Too late for that. Do this instead. Okay. Oh shit. So let's see if we can get some superconduct going here. And that way we can do some good physical damage to these guys. So I believe superconduct does help to eat away at this guy's shield. So it definitely has its uses. Also, this guy, I just noticed, I wasted a lot of time. Oh right, I should look up the, yeah, that thing and destroy it. I forgot that there's this thing to take care of in each of these fight areas. And I think I've kind of figured out how to manage these guys' slams, because I used to have a lot of difficulty with it. A lot of difficulty trying to get away from it, and that was in part because of the fact that they will chase you down, and once they start the animation, they can extend it until they actually get to a point where they can hit you. Or if they never get to that point, let's say you're just really good at running away, or that you're far away enough, then they'll just stop chasing you at some point and put the, well, they won't put it down, but they'll lower the hammer and stop trying to slam you with it. And that allows them to be prepared for the next fight, or whatever next thing they want to do. So that doesn't leave them very vulnerable for very long. So I figured out the way to do it properly. Also, let's get a pyro character on here. I'll just put my regular mining team on and power through this. At least the parts that are in Dragonspine, assuming all of them aren't in Dragonspine. But anyway, the parts that are in Dragonspine, I'll use this thing.
접촉 금지.
But yeah, anyway, I was saying the the hammer guys, I guess the key is to wait until they're coming at you and right in front of you, about to hit you, and then dash into them, or dash through them, essentially. You'll be dashing besides them, so that you'll dash past them, but by doing that you dash behind them. And the AoE on their hammer swing is pretty large, but it's larger in front of them than behind them, so if you dash behind them far enough, you won't get hit by the AoE at all. So, one thing I managed to figure out. So the Abyss Mage, I can't do much with Ganyu right now until I lower its shield, but let's see if I can kill that Sissin Mage first, because the Sissin Mage is definitely by far the more annoying enemy there. Okay. I was kind of hoping that... Oh shit. I was kind of hoping that D-Look's burst would send the Sissin Mage pushed into the water. That would have been pretty fun. Okay, let's get some heals. I think when I want to melt his shield, instead of going for the standard E auto auto, E auto auto, E auto auto, which is the standard combo for D-Look, maybe I should just go E E E, because in this situation, the auto attacks, when I'm trying to eat through the shield, the auto attacks don't do jack. The physical attacks don't touch the shields at all. From what I understand, they're completely zero, unless... I guess the fact that it's a claymore does something, but it's not much compared to the actual element. So, instead of doing E auto auto, E auto auto, E auto auto, I think E makes sense. I think that's better than E auto E, which is also in between. We have a couple enemies there. Let's get rid of that thing first. Okay. Using the burst defensively. Try using that burst. Get some healing going. Oh, come on, Chi-Chi, please. Alright, now we got Ganyu's decoy there. Let's use his shield. Okay, killed... I think both of them are killed. Did we kill everyone? Yeah. I guess Ganyu's burst took care of everyone here. I thought I'd have to come back here after killing those guys to finish the job, but Ganyu's burst just did it naturally. Also, I guess those guys aren't part of this group. I thought they were. But, let's take care of them anyway. Because why not? Free EXP and more, alright. Pretty thick dudes, too, in terms of HP, considering they're regular overworld mobs. Huh, right back to that teleport waypoint where I came into. Let's see, so it's here. I see it. I see that there's what are those things called anyway? A power-up stone, let's call it that. There's a power-up stone over there, mutation stone. Yeah, there are at least 2 mutation stones, and they're Fatui, so they're gonna be a pain to deal with if I don't take care of the stones first. They're gonna be a pain to deal with anyway. But getting rid of the stones first will help. Zhongli's shield seems to have worked. So let's get rid of the wind guy first, just from here. Because taking care of the wind guy from melee range can be a pain. Alright, if he's gonna... Oh, shit. I meant to dash forward and up, but I hate how sometimes when you dash forward on an edge, it causes the character to kind of just grab the ledge from the opposite end. Ah, shit. Thought I had Zhongli's shield up. Must have gotten eaten through already. Ah. Here. So that was using Chi-Chi's burst defensively more than anything, but it worked. Okay, where's... Here, let's put up this shield. We don't have a Hydra to eat through this guy's shield, but Ganyu should be able to eat through it with her just pure power with the cryo. And actually she might just be able to kill it before she eats through the shield, like that. Because her shots do go through shields to some extent. I don't quite know exactly how it works. Like the big Hilitrolls, I think they're called Samatrolls? The big ones that have Geo Shields, and their AI changes when you break their shield, or the amount of attacks they have access to goes down. Oh neat. I'll check those out when I go into the domain. No need to really look at them too carefully yet. Over here, huh? Approach from here, and maybe I'll check the crystals on the way. But anyway, those guys, I've noticed Ganyu does almost full damage to them. It's pretty close. I don't know if she does. I think she might actually do full damage against them, even with their Geo Shields up. And there are other characters who have shields that Ganyu does not full damage against, but does a decent amount of damage through whatever elemental shield they have. I don't know exactly how that works. If those elemental shields maybe protect from physical damage, which is kind of odd, but you know, and then once you eat through them, you can then damage them, obviously using anything you want. But until then, maybe those shields defend from physical damage, but still let through some type of elemental damage? Because after all, Ganyu's charge shots are all elemental. They're all cryo. And like I said, they do seem to go through. I guess I've already mined this place. The bad guys are dead too. So I'll just go to the event. So we got some Hilitrolls, and the easiest way to handle them is probably go into the hut, destroy the mutation crystal, and then go from there. Also, since I am out of Dragonspine, I'm gonna switch my team up. I've been upgrading my Beidou, and that's one reason why I've been wanting to use her. Her talent, I got this up to 7. Do I have the gold actually to get that up to 8? I want to get her second talent up as well, but I don't know if I want to get her first talent up first or the second talent up. In terms of amount of investment required, the second talent of course would be a lot less because it's going up to level 6 instead of 7, or level 7 instead of 8. And when you're at these levels, the amount it ramps up, yeah, I can definitely make it if I need. I just need the Mora, which, as this guy knows all too well, be tough to come by. Okay, looks like he's stuck. Here, let's switch to Diona. I think he'll have. Yeah, she does have an easier time getting through. And I'm doing this really just so that I can heal up Fischl a bit. Also, where's the? Oh, come on. Seriously? Okay, at least I did get some healing actually, but only because I climbed up a bit. Yeah. Alright, let's have my new and improved Beidou. Well, maybe not new, but improved Beidou show us what she can do with her upgraded auto attacks. It's not bad. Pretty strong. Still need to get a good artifact set on her and everything, but I'm pretty happy with where she's at right now. Just because for this week I figure talents are what I'm gonna work on. I'm not gonna spend basically no time on artifacts. Gonna be Mora and talent books essentially. Also EXP books, I guess. Yeah. His shields. So I found Zhongli's shield to be a good combination with Beidou. Zhongli's shield's a good combination with anyone in any situation, I guess, but In particular with Beta, she gets a lot out of it because of the fact that her playstyle leads you to going into situations where getting hit by an enemy is or at least an enemy attacking you and connecting with you, even if you don't get the damage because you counter. But in any case, being up close to an enemy who is about to hit you is a fairly common occurrence when you're playing with Beta. So, having Zhongli's shield there as a backup, essentially, is a very nice thing. And I figure if I have Diona built up, if her shield was much stronger than it is now, she could do that job with her shields. It's just that her shields are nowhere near as strong as Zhongli's, which is unsurprising, I guess, but just the difference is ginormous, just how much weaker her shield is compared to Zhongli's. Also, I can't level that up anymore. I do need to keep leveling him up. Each time I'm able to level up one more level, I guess I will. Because each level, of course, just gives some free extra HP to make that shield stronger. Gonna get him up to... yeah, 90. 90 is definitely what we're gonna hit. Oh. That guy's got range. I didn't realize the range on those shots was so high. Doing the overload damage. Yeah, I guess I could have stood up on the flaming grass and used that to counter with Beta. There we go. It's pretty satisfying to send Whopper Flowers flying because they spiral like footballs or bullets. At the healing... yeah, I'm pretty happy with the amount of healing Diona provides now. I still don't find it that convenient to have to use her burst. Because it's like Bennett's burst, where you have a space that provides the healing, but it's harder to aim than Bennett's burst. Because with Bennett's burst, all you have to do is go to where you want the burst to be, and then you press the burst button. With Diona, you kind of have to angle yourself properly so that you can, if you have an enemy nearby, I guess that's not too hard. You know you can hit the enemy. But depending on how many enemies you have nearby, it might be hard to predict which enemy you actually aim at. And even then, Diona has some incredibly weird and bad aiming. It's just, yeah, the auto aims just goes haywire often when I use Diona. So, that said, her burst is generally not too bad in terms of aiming, but it is more annoying than it should be. Alright, back to here. Have anything here? Oh, I saw some crystals actually that I should collect while I'm here. And another thing about Diona's burst is that regardless of whether you aim it or not, or however, but let's say you aim it perfectly and whatnot, it's still generally, because it's both an offensive and healing oriented burst. It does both, of course. So because of that, Diona always aims at an enemy if there's one nearby, and that means the burst is now on top of the enemy, which is fine in terms of the offense, but in terms of defense, it can be good, it can also be bad, depending on what you're looking for. Because maybe you want healing while you go right up against the enemy so that you can tank its hits and just keep going at it. And maybe you want the cryo on top of the enemy at the same time so that you can do reactions or superconduct, is a type of reaction, etc. But there are going to be a lot of other times when you need the healing bad because your character is just really hurt, and so you'd rather not risk going up. Oh wow, holy cow, Zhongli's AoE did damage to that from that far away with nothing in between. Look, it was just air. It was, I mean, there was ground all the way down there, but man, that's impressive. Zhongli's long dong never ceases to amaze me. Yeah, even after seeing the shit that he can pull off by streamers for months now, yeah, still keep getting impressed. So like, this is a situation where I'm pretty happy to have Diona's burst right on top of the enemy, so I can have Beidou to stay right up close and keep hacking away at it. Let's keep doing Superconduct. Oh, that looks like that guy's coming. Okay, let's put up that shield and okay, I think no, I didn't get the counter. Damn it. Okay, I need to get somewhat better at the whole counter thing, and I don't mean in terms of the timing, although that's definitely a part of it. But the main thing is learning when to hold down the E versus trying to tap it. Because there are times when it's better to just try to tank 2 small hits instead of trying to time a single hit. It's just too much of a pain to time some of those hits. So there's a situation, for instance, where Diona just, like, don't you see the enemy who's spinning and trying to destroy you right next to us? No? You wanted to aim into the ether, send your shots into nothing? Okay. Yeah, she just decided to do that. Anyway, this guy is dead. Alright, so now I think it's time to do the domain. But first, let me check the shop because I've gotten some more event currency, so that'll be nice. Yeah, a lot more event currency. So that 750, I could just completely buy that. Oh, but I don't care. That's 1500. I could also completely buy that out. 1500, which means I'd be happy going down to. I'm gonna need a lot more of these because I'm gonna be ascending Zhongli, and I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna get the drops I need. Alright, time to check out the energy amplifier because we are going to the domain. Actually, yeah, before we go into the domain, I'm gonna figure out what it recommends. Oh wait, no, I still have one more of these to go through. Okay, let's find that. Ah, this area. Have I come here before? Or today? In terms of, I don't remember. I know there's some enemies here to farm. Looks like I haven't. Alright, I'm gonna kill the Sisson mage while I'm here, because why not? She's right here, and she does offer a decent amount of EXP and Mora. Get some Superconduct going. That. Can I knock her into the water? I wouldn't mind that. I wonder if against the Sissons, maybe I should try practicing using Beidou's E in the hold method, because the Sissons might... Yeah, so they might be useful for charging up her E by just holding it, because I think they send out a number of small attacks rather than single hard-hitting ones. So timing it obviously works, like, against anything, but if I just... I'm gonna have a lot more opportunities to counter if I just hold the E and then let the Sissons come at me with 2 hits. Yeah, I'll try that next time I face Sissons. Or the Sisson mage, I guess. Although there are also regular Sissons in the world area as well. Yeah, so what I figure is I want to get Zhongli up to level 90 and then Diona up to level 90, I guess. Iona, it really is about getting her shield and her healing up to par, because where she is now, not doing it for me, even though she has gotten significantly better after I got that free copy of her from the event, getting that extra constellation. It's a big difference. Oh, hello, Nat. Thank you for coming by. Good evening. Happy Friday for you now, right? So, hope you're enjoying the event, both FGO and Genshin. Enjoying both myself. I've already killed Barbados over, I'm pretty sure over 150 times now. I guess it's easy to do it a lot when you have a one-turn setup. I've been using my NP3 Zhuanzhang. And the thing is, Zhuanzhang doesn't have an event buff, but even so, because she's NP3 and has so many buffs with Merlin, and I'm actually using Iskandar to provide buffs because he provides a charisma and an NP damage buff. Yeah. Zhuanzhang's consistently doing 600k. And so when there's the Buster down debuff, then she has a lot of trouble. Or she has some trouble. She still does like 400k, which means there's not a whole lot of HP left over. Ah, shit, to take care of. I hate these arrow guys. Multi-arrow guys. Okay, let me see if I can actually find the mutation crystal. There it is. There's one. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Put up that shield. Put up that shield. And put up that shield. It's too bad the shields don't stack. But anyway, let's take care of the mutation crystal first. Those guys, the hyper armor that they get with the crystal is just too much to deal with. Most interesting event we have had in a long time. Yeah, you mean the FGO event? Yeah, I would say in terms of the story, it's intriguing. I like the whole memory stuff. The game's FGO's done memory stuff before. Nice, good job, Zhongli. Zhongli's long dong just knocks the enemies right off the platform, eh? And of course, Barbados is always nice. Who doesn't enjoy killing Venti, right? As long as he keeps dropping hearts and bones, that's really what I'm after. Both, yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, this event's been, I guess it's a lot like the hypostasis event in the challenge parts, but then again, the other parts are more like this part where I'm chasing down these mutation crystals feels a bit like the official event, official/Mona event. Or yeah, I guess it's mostly like that. Yeah, it's a better version of the hypostasis event. I think that's not a bad way of putting it. Also more varied because you're not facing the exact same enemies over and over again. Although to be fair, hypostasis event we got 7 different levels, right? The 3 hypostases, twice each, and then one final one with all 3. Which, ultimately, you only had 3 different bosses that you were dealing with. But in this one, we only have 3 different challenges from what I can tell. Maybe a 4th? I don't know, but so far, it seems it's only 3. Which is, I guess, similar in number, but in the hypostasis event, again, we had 7 different total, even though, again, they were just repeating the same hypostases. You've already bought all the items from the shop? Nice. I'm still not there yet, but I might be there after tonight, I don't know. I'm looking for the mutation crystal, though. Over there. Right. I thought about just trying to destroy them without destroying the mutation crystal, but it's just more of a pain than it's worth. Right. Damn it, also I wish those guys would sometimes accidentally hit their own barrels. That would be pretty satisfying. That shield. Yeah, so much. Yeah, right. In FGO, it seems. I feel like in FGO so far, FGO's been around for a long time by now. But in general, events are designed so that you have to be somewhat of a, maybe not a hardcore player, but a serious player in order to actually buy out the shop. If you're just a casual player who logs in, you know, a couple times a day or once a day and plays hard a couple times a week maybe, then it's gonna be very hard for you to clear most of the shops. Whereas in Genshin, it feels like almost any level player, if you're AR 50 or something, or maybe even 45 or higher, and you have a pretty built team, you can almost definitely clear the shop, or come very close, if not. Oh, you raised your oh, really? You have extra EXP bucks and Mora to just throw away like that? I mean, not throw away. My Traveler's level 80. I think she's gonna be worth, and in your case, he, going to be worth leveling up. But yeah, in my case, oh shit, I accidentally didn't save Beto from that fall damage. I meant to. That's okay. Yeah, in my case, I need Mora and EXP, just constantly getting this guy up to... Yeah, next project is getting him up to level 80, and then eventually 90. But for now, it's him getting him up to 80 or 90, and also getting Diona up to 90. Yeah, I think that would be good. Getting Diona up to 90 for better heals and shields. And now, of course, I'm gonna need artifacts, but I figure the new domain is gonna be a good one for me to stay on for a while, because the physical set's gonna be good on Beto and Keqing, and the HP set's gonna be good on Zhongli, Diona, and Barbara. I think, yeah, are those the ones that would scale off HP for me? I feel like... I guess Bennett, it could work, but quite frankly, Bennett's heals right now are already so good, I don't think I need more HP on him. Still have enough for Eula. Oh, really? Wow. Yep. Yeah, still have the BP. That's gonna give like another 2 point something million. I know, because I always buy the BP, or both times I've bought the BP, I bought them all the way at the end. I know it's something like 2.3 million all in, other than the stuff you get for free. So it's more than 2.3 million, I guess, in total. Oh, come on. That's annoying. The fact that that is one attack that you actually cannot counter. Would have been good to bring a Pyro. And I see that there's still at least another mutation crystal. It's up there. Yeah. I guess playing Devil May Cry so much has prepared me for noticing when the enemies have this mutation crystal buff up, because it looks a lot like... Oh shit. It looks a lot like the Devil Trigger buff that enemies can get in Dante Must Die mode in all the Devil May Cry games. Okay, here, let's use that. Let's put up her shield. And let's start slapping these guys silly. Yeah, nice, got the counter. Get away from that bubble. Can I get the bubble? Oh shit, this guy was knocked off? Or his shield was knocked? Okay, let's put up his shield. Prefer 2 characters at 80 than 1 at 90 most of the time. Yeah, it's just too expensive. Yeah, I guess so. In general. To be honest, I feel like level 80 out of 80 with good artifacts is like... At that point, you're pretty much well set. You don't need any character to be at level 90. But having them at level 90 just gives you that extra little boost that can make a difference. Especially when you don't have great artifacts like I don't. You're waiting on the talent book event. Yeah. Oh, is it still 3 weeks away? Oh, I didn't know it was that much longer to wait. It's really just a shame that I'm guessing the talent book event will be just a week, just like the Leyline Overflow event. Kinda curious if breaking all of these would open up a chest or something. Because sometimes they do, but I guess they don't. Okay, I think I got all 3 of those. No. But oh yeah, you're gonna be able to get Eula to level 90 day one. Nice. Yeah, I don't know if or when I'll ever be able to get EXP books that saved up. Maybe once I get out of collector mode. But I imagine that once Inazuma drops, we'll get a whole slew of more, yeah, more new characters that I'm gonna want to get and build up. Right now, the only character that well, that's not true, but the main character that I haven't built up yet, but I want to, is Yanfei. Yeah, I think Yanfei would be fun to build up next, and I think she could fill a very good role. May 31st to June 7th. Oh wow. Yeah, that's a week only. And that's quite a bit later than I thought. I didn't realize it would go into June. Okay, I think I noticed this earlier, and that's why I haven't farmed the ores or mined the ores there. Because I didn't want to bother going here. Oh, it aggro's enemies too. Alright, let's just kill him first. Okay, super duck damage. Wonder how much more did I get? Able to get a bunch more Mora from the event. Still need a whole lot more money. Yeah, I've been thinking it'll be good to, at least while the event is up, spend Mora and talent books upgrading characters to be more powerful so that I can do better on the event. But I don't quite know which characters I'm going to need for the event. Much of the items from the new world boss. Oh, right, yeah, that's the thing. She needs new events, new materials, like a lot of characters do. When the Frostarm Lava Troll's HP has dropped to a certain point, opponents known as attendants will appear and granted several bonuses. Each attendant will increase the Frostarm Lava Troll's elemental resistance and physical resistance by 10%. The attendants will also heal it every 12 seconds for 5% of its HP. Wow. So that means, say, if it has 4 attendants, every 12 seconds it's getting back 1/5 of its full HP. So it seems that there's a Frostarm Lava Troll. I don't know how many of them there are and what other mobs there might be along with it. But let's see, I don't think plunge attack would be helpful. That's not bad. That's also not bad. Geo. That's also not bad. Oh, you got this item, the switch item. Nice. I don't think I got one this week. I got one last week, but I haven't done all the bosses yet this week. I'm probably gonna do that this weekend, which is coming up very soon, actually. I don't think. Normal attack. Yeah, I don't know how useful normal attack's gonna be since I'm gonna be mainly using Ganyu. If I'm using Ganyu, That could be useful. Lighting. That one looks like it's designed for someone like Zhao or Venti. Along with the field, normal attack. That could be useful. Ooh, extra level on the burst. Could also be good. Most of the new bonuses are for Zhao? Oh, really? Well, certainly the plunge attack stuff. Okay. Could use it for Huta level 10, but yeah. Yeah, seems worth it to wait. It's still got a couple weeks, right? Before Eula's gonna come, so you can figure it out then how much you want to prioritize materials for her versus Huta. Oh, no, that's the Geo, Shield, Shockwave, 2 opponents. Pretty good. Ooh, that's good. That's also really good. There's a lot of energy recharge or elemental burst related stuff here too. So this, I'm trying to make a team that's basically kind of optimized for Ganyu. It says I want Pyro and Animo. So let's not use Zhongli. I've been abusing the hell out of Zhongli's big dong for a little bit. Let's use Ganyu. Yeah, and Diona can be my shielder, as well as we got 2 healers. With Bennett providing healing along with Diona, we should be quite fine in terms of healers. Think you'll prioritize her auto attack and her burst? Yeah, that makes sense, right? If she's a DPS, you definitely want at least start with the auto attack. And yeah, depending on her skills versus her burst. Okay, let's start with that. Yeah. So that's convenient, even though he went up because of the AoE in Ganyu's Frostplague arrows. Just still ended up hitting him anyway. Okay, there we go. There. Now let's get some healing for Ganyu. I rarely use this attack from Venti. I almost always do the hold version rather than, or not the hold version, the regular version rather than the hold version. But I know that the hold version has a lot of potential for damage. You had better luck with the artifacts? Not really. Like this week I haven't touched artifact at all, basically. So, you know. I don't think, yeah, actually I don't think I've run artifacts at all this week. It's just really been talent books and Mora, because I've been trying to get Zhongli up. And, well, you know how many talent books and Mora you need to get somebody's talent up to 8. So right now he's 181 for me. Also, Firefox is curious about my music. Alright, let's use her auto attacks to kill this guy. And thinks that I might not be listening. But yeah, I'm gonna be sticking to the new domain for a while. I like how easy it is in terms of how quickly you can beat it if you have an optimized team. Which, when you have Ganyu, it's pretty easy to make an optimized team for almost any content. Or when you have Ganyu and Zhongli, basically, yeah. You can, it's not that hard to make a team that's optimized for almost any content. So I'm able to beat that fairly quickly, and that domain offers things for me that I absolutely need. HP percent on healers or Zhongli, and physical damage on where are they? On Keqing and Beidou. Did a lot of good artifacts with crit stats, but then a lot of flat defense, and yeah. I always say that's the worst thing about artifact farming, that you can't just get one good roll, you need to get lots of good rolls. And that's one big difference it has between that and the regular gacha. The regular gacha, once you win, you win. I mean, of course you can get extra copies, and that's always nice, but that first copy really is the most important one. Whereas in artifacts, you don't need just one good roll, you need to get all the good rolls. Well, not all of them, but many of them. And there's just so many opportunities for the game to fucking screw you over. Right. There we go. Man, I never quite noticed how quickly Venti's his elemental, his wind, his animo eats through shields, eats through the Abyss Mage shields fairly quickly. More quickly than I thought. Or than I expected. I wonder if that's... Is that a wind thing? I think a Zhao is also really good at eating through enemy Abyss Mage shields very quickly. And obviously he's wind. Easier to get 5-star compared to a perfect artifact. Yeah, absolutely. 5-star you only need 0.6%. Which when it comes down to it, it's low, but you just need to hit it once. Perfect artifact? I mean, the odds of getting a good artifact is probably higher than 0.6, but then once you get the good one, you need to keep rolling it well. And the odds of it rolling well, depending on the artifact, it could be quite low. Okay. Figure I might as well explode these first, because they're just gonna get in the way when I start the fight, I think. That stumbling attack. I so rarely see him use it. Oh. Yeah, let's back up a little. I know he's gonna... I figured out this sort of combo that he uses, and that... I mean, I usually do try to stay up close to an enemy so that I can keep attacking it. And I thought I could try to iframe through a lot of its attacks there. And I can, but the problem is there's a lot of bullshit AoE stuff as well. They're not really bullshit, but I guess the fact is the game is visually kind of a busy game, and a lot of the AoE can be kind of hard to read. Right. This is why I brought Venti. Jean is not as effective? Oh really? Okay. Well, I guess it's something I'll have to play around with once I get her. Use that burst. Let's put up a shield. So with the mobs gone, I believe this guy is not buffed. He's not healing at all. I guess I could have brought Sucrose. If I want to do a lot of damage... Actually, yeah, that's the funny thing. Venti is in almost always better than Sucrose, but one thing Sucrose excels at that Venti doesn't do as well, and at least I don't think he can as well. Maybe a better built Venti than mine can do it, but it's providing support for elemental reactions, because Sucrose can both weaken enemies' resistance to elements, as well as she can raise the elemental mastery of your entire team. And now Venti with the Viridescent set can certainly help you out in lowering the enemy's resistance to elements. And it's pretty great what he can do, but I don't think he can do it quite as well as Sucrose can. So sucrose can give you some help you build up some pretty big PP damage numbers if you use her properly. Yeah, sucrose herself can do a lot of damage too. I guess that's also true. Yeah, if you build her properly. Yeah, for me, what I've gone with my sucrose, also, yeah, I didn't activate that until just now, huh? It was going all in on her elemental mastery. I feel like it might be fun to give her 2-piece Wanderers and 2-piece of the 4-star. Yeah, the 4-star one, which also boosts elemental mastery. I forget which 4-star set does. That way you get plus 160 elemental mastery just from the set. Yeah, right now my sucrose is something like 430 elemental mastery, I think. Yeah, let me just check. I haven't really looked up my... No, it's even higher, 516. Yeah, so Wanderer's Troop is the first one. Wanderer's Troop is the 5-star set that provides elemental mastery boost, but there is also a 4-star set that provides elemental mastery boost, but I forget what it's called because I never pay attention to it. Oh, it's this one. Instructors. So yeah, whenever I see an instructor set with high elemental mastery and like energy recharge, or basically any instructor set that looks like it could work well for sucrose and has elemental mastery, I lock. But we'll see if I can get eventually get the set on that. I don't know. I'm guessing that the higher stats that you get on 5-star means if you get 5-star, let's say you do 2-piece Viridescent and 2-piece Wanderers. If you get, I think if you get the Viridescent with a lot of Elemental Mastery on it as substats or as a main stat, then you can probably still get higher overall Elemental Mastery than with a 2-piece Instructors and 2-piece Wanderers. But that can be very hard to get properly, right? You need to get all the right rolls on the substats. Oh, you burned every 4-star artifact. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I don't do that. I feel like there are two sets that... Oh no, there are a few sets that to me seem like they'd be very useful. One is Berserkers, because it provides a 12% crit rate buff. And 12% isn't that high. You can make up for it with substats, definitely, but you need to get somewhat lucky. So until I get really lucky with those on 5-star artifacts, I figure I'll make use of good Berserker sets that I have. And another one is actually on Chi-Chi. I know there's a... So of course on Chi-Chi, you want to give her Gladiators for the 18% attack buff. But I also know that there is a 4-star artifact set that also provides attack percentage. So, if I can do 2-piece Gladiator, 2-piece Braveheart, then I can get a free 36% attack buff just from the set, which is pretty good. And on Chi-Chi, just want to go all in on attack. And I guess it would make sense once I get Jean, that would also work on her, because Jean's also a healer whose healing scales off attack. Yeah, could work. Oh wow. That's a lot of increase at once. Right, Mora and that. Do I raise Tidecaller first? Might. Still don't quite have all the Mora and stuff that I need, but getting there. Fragments. So 30. So that's what 300,000 Mora that I could buy. Pretty nice. The fragments. I'll go visit the shop after I do this challenge. Why not a full maiden set? I figure for Chi-Chi, she doesn't need a full maiden. I don't think she even needs a two-piece maiden. Her healing for me with without even the maidens seems to be quite good. So I feel like just having her have high attack and damage is good enough. Because when I need her to heal, she can heal. She does all the healing I need. And when I do use her to heal, it would be nice if she could do a little more damage. Oh, on Jean. I don't know. Well, that really depends on how I feel about her healing when I do play her. I'm not gonna use her as a healer. I'd rather use her as a DPS. In which case I might just build her as a DPS and go all in on crit rate, crit damage. But since she is a healer who scales of attack, I think depending on how strong her heal is, maybe I'll build her attack, maybe I won't. No. Here's 2-piece Glad, 2-piece Viridescent, and now it's 4-piece Viridescent. Yeah, those definitely seem like good options. I think at the beginning, 2-piece Glad, 2-piece Viridescent is the one that I'll probably shoot for. Yeah. Oh, we got a purple. What do we got? Oh! I now have every 4-star. Yeah, I now have every 4-star in the game. Alright, I'm glad I didn't buy you last week. Thank you, Razor, for finally coming home. Oh man. I remember way back when Razor was the very first, one of the very first 4-stars that were in the shop. And I didn't have the currency to buy him in the first month. Just because I didn't pull. So I always regretted not getting him, but now I have him. Yeah, your Chi-Chi would be full noblesse for the attack buff. Chi-Chi with full noblesse? Oh right, the noblesse offers what, like a 35% attack buff off of the burst, right? A 20% attack buff. Yeah, that's good. I guess that would work as a support. It's just that the elemental burst damage on her doesn't do a whole lot for you. Because you're not, or at least for me, I'm not using her burst for damage, right? So even though it's gonna cost me Mora and EXP bucks, let's at least get him up to First Ascension. Yeah, how long he's gonna stay here? Yeah, it's gonna take a very long time before I can build him up and use him. But for now, I got this out of him. Oh, that's so cute. I like seeing him with his stand. So, also, I'm kind of curious. I think that one was on pity. I think I was 9 pulls. Wait, no, what? That was not on pity at all. I've pulled a gold of... I've pulled a 5-star and then a 4-star and then a 4-star. Yikes. I misremembered completely. My luck has been absolutely nuts here, huh? But... Alright, let's see. Did not say no. Okay, that's more like it. Okay, so yeah, now I have Razor. I have every 4-star. So I'm pretty flexible now in terms of what teams I can build. Huh. The only issue is the constellations. So, I mean, at C0, I know Razor's still quite solid. Okay, looks like we got Ruin Guards and Ruin enemies. Chaos Cluster will chase characters around once the challenge begins. Touches a character or opponent, it will deal immense damage to them. If it touches a character, it will disappear, gradually bleed away and grow smaller. Oh, wow. This is somewhat complicated. A lot of things are going on. But let's try it. So I'll do it at Let's do it at expert difficulty. Max time, lowest HP, and none of these activated. Yeah. And I'll use... Before I got him, I wasn't. Well, I mean, yeah, even before I got him, I was quite flexible in terms of the teams I could build. It was more of an issue of the resources, I guess. Yeah, to be honest, looking at my lower level characters, this is the guy I need to build up next, but I think she's the one who'll get built next, at least up to 80, and then I'll get him up. Because he can be an excellent support for almost anyone, but especially characters like this lady, her, of course her, and him, and even the cryo characters. Yeah, he's just a fantastic support all around. Let's bring Chi-Chi. And maybe we can try some freeze against these ruin enemies, because they can be such a pain to deal with at times. The way they can bully. Oh, it's this area. I do like this. This is floor 12, I believe, and I really like the design. Never really paid that close attention to it now that I think about it. This is the first time I'm actually noticing these castle structures in the back. I always noticed the stars and the moon, but I actually never noticed the castle structures. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, the moon's really nice. But alright, we got ruin guards to deal with. Okay, use that. Maybe I'll try to use just one decoy at a time. Chaos cluster has appeared. Oh, that's the chaos cluster, eh? Yeah. Use that defensively. Let's put a piss shield. Okay, that guy looks... What? Oh, that guy's just been stuck there for a while. Okay. Here, let's use her burst. And maybe we can get some freeze going. Oh, what? That thing hit the enemy! The description said if the cluster hits the enemy, then it should do damage to them. That one didn't do any damage to it. I feel cheated. I am cheated. I was cheated. It's kind of bullshit. Alright, let's put up that shield. Oh. Okay, Ruin Hunters generally tend not to have too much HP, but they can do a shit ton of damage to you. Okay. Yeah, that thing didn't hit the Ruin Hunter there, even though it seemed to go straight through. Alright, there we go. Let's put up his shield. Alright, and now the Ruin Graders. I've found the Ruin Graders generally tend not to be too bad to deal with, but the fact that they have incredible hyper armor, it's really, really hard to interrupt them out of anything. Makes them kind of a pain to deal with often. Okay, let's use his shield and do some freeze. I think getting some healing going wouldn't be the worst idea. And one nice thing about freezing them when you're using an archer is that it becomes much easier to hit their weak spot, because unlike Ruin Guards, these guys don't have their weak spot open all the time. You only get certain wait, what? Oh, those things shoot lasers at you too? I thought they just chased you down. I don't think the document actually mentioned that. Didn't catch it saying that they would also try to chase you down. Yeah. Use that. Oh, nice. We did kill one. So in terms of time, we're doing quite well. Yeah. So I think next time I could... Yeah, so that thing didn't... I thought it clipped the enemy, but it didn't do any damage. Huh. You leveled up your Jingchu... Oh, Hu Tao. Wow. You played with him as main DPS and he was even effective there? Really? Wow. Oh. Oh, I wonder if this thing keeps spawning that if I don't get out of here. Oh, well, it's forcing me out in less than 10 seconds. Yeah, Chaos Cluster has appeared, and it's gonna try to hit Ganyu. Yeah, so right now my Xingqiu is of course level 60, which actually isn't that bad, but I think I need to farm more Hydro, which I'm not looking forward to that part. But, you know, what can you do? Just gotta do that. And... Oh, wait, you can follow and unfollow characters here. In that case... Yeah, he's 60 out of 60, and I need to kill the Hydra boss a few more times. Could be quite effective at 60 out of 70, actually, because that's when he unlocks his final passive talent. That's pretty huge, 20% bonus. Wow, another couple BP levels. More... Alright, so with the points that I just got... Even though I actually haven't unlocked any points, because I need to actually go here. I guess it's a bit like the Abyss that way. The Abyss gives you points just for doing it, but then you actually have to go back to the Abyss to unlock certain other rewards. Alright, so I still need to get 3,000 more, basically, if I want to unlock... And it looks like there's still another one, so there's no real need for me to get it, but let's try to raise the difficulty a bit. So I'll start by just doing this way, and I'm not doing geo damage to them. I'm not really... Yeah, I'm not doing that. Oof, so that actually doesn't affect me too much. This is like very much an anti-Hu Tao buff, or debuff, I guess. It's like as your Hu Tao gets stronger, she also gets weaker. 60% is a really big debuff. Really big debuff. Huh. That would certainly add a lot of time, these. I don't know if that'll be worth it, but let's not use them for now. Wow, that's also big. But alright, this is at 4,000 now, or a little over 4,000. If it's doable with the same team. So I use Ganyu and Child for this quest? Yeah. Yeah, I think when you're up against Rune Guards, Ganyu... I mean, when you're up against anyone, right? But Ganyu, especially against Rune Guards, I feel like archers are good, and Ganyu is the best archer. Like, bar none. In terms of damage dealing, there's no competition, right? Ganyu is the best offensive archer in the game. Right, let's actually try to do this really quickly now, because I have half the time that I had as from before. Let's use her burst. Let's use her burst. And let's get out of there. And try to do a lot of damage to it. And yeah, Zhongli's shield doing its job. Killed that. Here. Oh, shit. If I knew that arrow shot was gonna stun it, I would've... Yeah, see, that thing tracked right through the enemy. It doesn't seem to actually be able to hit the enemy. Maybe it only triggers when it hits you, but then it's possible for it to damage an enemy that's near you. Which should make sense, I guess, but Still kind of a shame that you can't actually attract it to the enemy, like how you can attract. You can kind of bait a Hydro Abyss Mage's bubble into trapping one of its friends or even itself. I was hoping I could do something like that here, but that doesn't. That seems to be a no-go. Child was your main DPS? Oh yeah? Well yeah, I know Child has some insane DPS capabilities as well. And with Ganyu supporting him too, right? He'd be freezing enemies for days. And doing a shit ton of damage. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep them frozen. And use the decoy. Let's kill that guy first, because handling one Ruin Grader is definitely way easier than half the difficulty of handling 2 Ruin Graders. Which is to say, fighting 2 Ruin Graders at once is more than twice as difficult as fighting 1 Ruin Grader at once. Okay, let's freeze it. Okay, right now I guess we're not trying to do big PP damage or anything, just trying to do a lot of safe, consistent damage. So that wasn't too hard. I can definitely make it harder. What I'm gonna try is raising the enemy HP and then fiddling around with the other difficulty settings so that I reach something above 41250, because that's the last high score I had. Enemies are frozen, you can attack non-stop without dodging. Oh yeah. Right. That's one of the big big benefits of freezing. Alright, let me go ahead and buy stuff from this shop. So happy going down to 1500, which yeah. The Mora is definitely. Wait, what? Aw. I did not realize that they locked you behind that. Okay, so I'm gonna have to buy out all of this before I can buy the Mora, huh? Oh well. Let's do that then. Alright. Still got how much Mora left to buy? Yeah, 200k Mora left to buy. Not bad. Do I level up Zhongli? Or... I do have the Mora to level this up now. But recently I've been trying to work on Beidou. Well, but the Mora will come. Right now, I'm thinking... Yeah, this. Because that's just gonna help me out in this quest and in challenge quests in the future. That extra burst damage. Was just easier to do with Child? Oh, huh. So yeah, obviously I don't know that much about how Child plays, but... I guess when the enemies are frozen, it's not that hard to just go right up to them as Child and start wailing on him, right? Is melee? This isn't 5k even, but this is going to be significantly harder because of how much more HP the enemies have. But let's try it out, see if I can do it. Also, let me switch up the music a little. Chill music is nice, but since this is sort of a challenge quest kind of thing, let's switch it up to more boss music style. Alright. Okay, so we got 2 Ruin Guards starting up. I guess what I'll do is do this. A shield. Do that. And the hope is that that'll freeze them. And against these guys who are frozen or have cryo applied to them, her crit rate goes up by quite a bit. So I'm able to do a lot of damage quickly. Oh. Okay, good. Yeah, these guys certainly have a lot more HP, that's for sure. Okay. Oh shit. I'm gonna need to use Zhongli's shield soon. Yeah, let's use that. Get them frozen. Okay, with Zhongli's shield, I think I can manage alright. Ooh, shit. Up his shield again, and yeah, we got it frozen. Is it stunned? Okay, well, doesn't matter, it's dead now. Okay, we got the Ruin Hunter. I feel like the debuffs that give them basically revive, or maybe not revive, but heal when their HP falls low, are ones that you can make take good advantage of to get a lot of points without making it that much harder. Because I think if you manage to burst them down very quickly, it becomes a non-issue basically. Oh shit. Okay. Looks like Mona's dashes don't protect her from Ruin Hunter attacks, even though it looks like she should be way below the enemy. Because it looks like she's underground. Really, here. Use that. Let's use his shield, and can we... Okay, we have 2.5 minutes to do a lot of damage. And I think what I'll do with those things now is actually when I have Zhongli's shield up, I'm just gonna go right into those things and try to burst them right away, so that I just don't deal with them. Because Zhongli's shield is strong enough to just tank it and still have HP left over for other things. Here, let's freeze them. And let's do that. And can we keep them frozen? Okay. Ah, shit. Oof. Can you just stay with the decoy, please? Don't attack me, please. There we go. Okay, just one left. Oh, nice! Got him stunned. I freeze him? Alright, 1.5 minutes left. So, in terms of difficulty level, this is clearly... I can clearly go higher. 4875, so I should be able to hit 5k. Yeah, so 6k, once I hit 6k, I'll be able to buy out the shop. But will I be able to hit 6k? We shall see. You think I can go to 6k easily? Okay. Well, I don't know if I'll be able to do it easily. But we'll see. I am getting better at this as I keep doing it as well, so that's one thing. Excuse me. That thing's gonna hurt. Got 5k. The movement speed doesn't matter that much when you're using Ganyu. Yeah. I'm not sprinting that much when I'm using Ganyu. Stamina regen isn't that... Need just a little bit more. Yeah, that'll work. Let's try that. Let's try to do 6k. It'd be nice to hit 7k. like I've done the other two, but no. We'll see. I'll try it. Let's see. So last time I started with his burst. This time let's start with his shield. And let's use her burst. And let's just, yeah, do a lot of damage very quickly. Here, can we freeze them? Nice. Here. Freeze them that way. And put up his shield. Okay, so can they chase the decoy? That would be pretty convenient if they did. And then put up another decoy. And let's put up his shield. It's too bad that thing doesn't chase the decoy ever. At least I haven't seen it do anything like that. It always seems to chase you properly. Okay, managed to stun it. Nice. Okay, this is working pretty well. Let's put up his shield. And that thing also goes right through his dong. Oh, right, okay, they got the big heal, huh? In that case, let's, yeah, I needed to be more cognizant of that. The other guy managed to burst down pretty quickly, but this guy, I allowed him, what, 6 seconds, I think? That's all it takes for them to heal up, basically to 50% it seems, which is, of course, quite a lot. Okay, let's put up the decoy, put up the shield, and yeah, start shooting at it. Okay, let's put up, use her burst, and maybe we can keep it frozen. Use her burst, and let's put up his shield, and ah shit. Can you chase the decoy? Yes, that works. Okay, still have almost 3 minutes remaining, but let's keep working at it. So far, we're doing a pretty good job staying at high HP, which of course matters when you're penalized so much for being at low HP. Okay, let's use... Oh shit! I thought her burst would be up, but it wasn't. Also, I am kind of hurting from the stamina consumption, but again, fortunately, when you're on this team, your sprinting isn't something you're doing that often. But you do have to do it sometimes. That hurt. Oh, I think that would have been, yeah, better if I actually had an enemy around to hit. Okay. So this is where the fight is starting to go, not the way I wanted it to go, but let's see. Let's see if we can still clutch this off. Yes, nice. Put his shield. Okay, can they chase the decoy, please? I think that would be very helpful if they did. And nice to get them frozen. Put up his shield. Let's get them frozen this way. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna have to make sure to use everyone's bursts very often. Because just the amount of extra damage it'll allow me to do, as well as keeping me— Oh shit, what?! Wait, what?! That guy— where did that guy go?! I didn't see where he went! I assumed he was behind the other guy. He had, in the meanwhile, just gotten completely around the map and hit me from the other side. Yeah. Yeah, with child and enemies all the time frozen. Yeah. I think this is definitely doable. God damn it, I just did not see that guy coming. I just assumed he was still frozen there. Yikes. Alright. Let's try again. That was kind of a freak occurrence, but I just have to try to be more cognizant of where that other ruin grader is. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. I thought I checked the area and I thought I knew where he was, but clearly I didn't. Alright, let's set the same difficulty and go for it. Yeah, at least everyone gets healed and gets their bursts up. Oof. Alright, let's put up his shield. Yep, let's use her burst. Get them frozen. Try to stun them, right? I don't know when, if ever, they're gonna fix this whole issue with the level geometry preventing you from moving when you're using an archer, when you're aiming with an archer. Like, when there's parts of the world map that do it, it can frustrate you at times, but it's also somewhat understandable. But when just an arena that is purely designed for battle has features like that because of just idiocy and how they designed the collision detection and everything, that's kind of triggering. Not gonna lie. Didn't manage to get it killed in time. Oh, let's try this. Okay, so for handling one Ruin Guard, to be honest, I don't need Zhongli's shield. But because of the domain thingy that keeps chasing you down and doing damage to you, I'm basically dependent on Zhongli's shield right now. That's okay, because I have Zhongli's shield. Alright, let's use that. And can I freeze it? Okay. Shield. Yeah. 2 decoys and capable of freezing him. Yep, makes it an easier target to hit with Ganyu. But one thing is, because of how visually busy everything is, when you have shields, right? When you have Zhongli's shield up, that creates a bit of visual busyness, but then Zhongli's shield also, or his pillar, creates more shields, right? That you pick up. And then all the other flashing lights and stuff. All these things that make the screen really busy make it so that it's really hard sometimes to see exactly the timing for Ganyu's double charge shot. Because of course, you ideally want to shoot the shot right after it charges up. So timing the shot properly is a part of getting the most DPS you can out of Ganyu, but sometimes I inevitably end up shooting it a little early. There we go. Missed. Put the shield. He's doing the spin to win attack, eh? You know this problem very well too? Okay, yeah. Good that it's not just me. Oh my goodness, yeah. The power of that spin to win attack, right? That is absolutely killer. Maybe I should have just not paused to read chat, but whatever, that's on me. Yeah. One thing that sucks about having Zhongli's third talent at level 1 is that talent scales the time that the enemies remain frozen, scales off of the level. So when it's at level 1, it's stuck at 3.1 seconds. Oh, come on. Alright, that one's on me. That one I didn't pay proper attention to the other guy. But yeah, 2 Ruin Graders definitely give me a lot of trouble, and with all the HP they have... Yeah. Another thing that sucks is that the Ruin Graders have very low internal cooldown when it comes to how long they stay frozen. Now, since I'm not doing elemental reactions, I am just really dependent on keeping them frozen to do a more crit rate, basically. Because with my team and with my setup, it's just extra crit rate. Didn't use Zhao. Yeah, the spin to win. Yeah, and I complain about this a lot, but yeah, the game is really designed so that characters who are fragile need shields, and even with shields, they can just get knocked right out of it, and it's frustrating when the game doesn't give you the tools you need to make them work. Because simply put, the dodging mechanics in this game they're just not there in order to allow you to play these things with Zhao without a shield. And even with a shield, they're incredibly hard. And given the type of character Zhao is, the type of stuff he can do, it's a shame that he gets, I don't know, short end of the stick like that. Because he looks like a super fun character to use. I love, even though his slam attacks seem a little boring, I love the fact that, like, he is unique among all the characters in that he can just initiate a slam attack almost anytime he wants, just by using his burst. He doesn't need world geometry to help him out. And so that ends up being his thing, that he can do slam attacks all day. And slam attacks have their uses, right? But that spin to win, every spin to win attack in this game really frustrates me a lot, because it's basically giving the enemy a major time of invincibility. Like, they're not technically invincible, but unless you have an archer like Ganyu, you're not going to be doing damage to them while they're doing that. And even if you do have an archer, good luck trying to stay out of their range so that you can actually get a shot off safely. Yeah, and the worst part is that the playable characters also have spin to win attacks. Mainly the Claymore characters, right? And specifically the Claymore characters who are not Diluc or Beidou. They have spin to win attacks, but Beidou and Diluc do not have spin to win attacks. They have like very fast slashes that go, whereas characters like Noelle and Chongyun and Xinyan, they all have spin to win attacks. But the spin to win attacks that we get are basically useless because they take up so much stamina. Yes, they take up so much stamina that you can't keep them up that very long anyway, and even if you can, they don't do that much damage for you. Yeah, so it's like it's basically a useless attack on most of your characters. There are very few Claymore characters where you want to use their spin to win attack. Ever, if at all. Yeah. But on the other hand, spin to win is the god tier attack for all of these enemies. There's basically every enemy that has a spin to win attack, it's their single best attack. It makes them almost completely safe. It does a shit ton of damage, way more damage than their regular attacks, and because enemies don't have stamina meters, they can just do it all day. They're only limited by their AI, which is, to be fair, balanced so that they don't keep spamming it, but at any given time when they start a spin to win attack, they can keep it going for a long time. Much longer than a regular player character can do with a typical amount of stamina that they have. So yeah, it just kind of feels like if they gave us a spin to win attack that was as powerful, or maybe almost as powerful, I feel like I wouldn't feel as salty about just how damn powerful the enemy spin it to win attacks are. But Yeah, they didn't. They gave us an incredibly nerfed one and gave the enemies a god tier one. And yeah, not a big fan of that. Effective on Noelle. Oh yeah, her burst increases the rate. Yeah, it increases the range of her attacks. And doesn't it? I think one of her constellations reduces the stamina consumption and makes it do more damage. So that can help certainly, right? Right, 20 seconds left. Let's rock. There we go. Yeah, I mean, you're right, it wasn't that hard. Yeah, I would say overall, maybe not easily. I could have done it easily, but it was... Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Pretty happy with getting 6k there. But... yeah, it'd be nice to try to... Yeah, I'm gonna try to get 7k. I think in terms of timing... It's like... I did alright in terms of timing. I still... But, yeah, I'm not sure what others that I can activate without having to worry too much about... Alright, bought out the shop. Yeah, the first run, yeah, that's true. That one attack, I probably had enough time left that I could have pulled it off if I hadn't gotten blindsided. Let's see. I need a lot more of these, and a lot more Mora as well. Yes. Yeah, I do have enough I have enough EXP books, or talent books, to level that one up next. Oof, need a lot more Mora on that one. Yeah. So I'll hold off on leveling up anyone for now. Yeah, it'll depend a bit on what the next thing is, but... Oh, you know what makes sense? I can spend some resin farming EXP books and level up Zhongli further. Okay, so getting from here to 7k. Guessing if I activate all of this, but I'm pretty sure there's no way I can actually beat this because of the extra recovery time. Yeah. But let's see if I can raise it slightly above 6k. That lowered shield strength along with the stronger chaos cluster really worries me. But let's try it. Also, yeah, I'd rather farm. Yeah, I'd rather farm the 4-star books and do that. But yeah, so here's what I figure I'll do. I'll attempt this, and depending on how things go, I might just give up or try again. And then I'll try a run on the previous domain, but instead of using Zhongli like I did before, I'm gonna try using Venti. I feel like Venti's crowd control might be better for that one than Zhongli's shield. I can still bring a shielder. But yeah, I think Venti makes a little more sense. Let's see. Yeah, let's use that. Right, now can you guys chase the decoys? Also, I'm thinking for these guys, it makes a lot of sense to kill one at a time. So to really prioritize killing one, so that it doesn't use its healing before I kill it, and then killing the other one ASAP afterwards. Okay. Or that works too. Oh shit. Oh, I must have gotten hit by... one of those cluster thingies. Alright, can we keep it frozen? Oh, Zhongli's Long Dong's really coming in clutch here, helping me to keep that enemy in place. Okay. First. Okay, let's get him close to the decoys. Okay. That one killed. Oh shit! Alright, that one didn't go so well. Mona just hopped right into that attack. But, oh well, at least she survived. Oh no! Oh! Wow. So yeah, without the shield, that became a one hit KO, eh? Okay, let's do a lot of damage to them very quickly. Oh, not quite a one-shot KO actually, but close. Ah, he's not gonna heal me. Okay, let's put up his shield, let's freeze them, and then let's freeze... Oh, come on, I did not switch to Mona! Ah, the controls. This is something I've never complained about before, but it is something that I've noticed as an issue sometimes. The game does not properly eat or take the arrow controls often. I'll press left and it'll think that I pressed down. Or in that case, I pressed down and it thought I pressed right. And I know there's some stuff with how the software has to handle the way the hardware sends signals, and there's often errors and stuff, especially when it comes to D-pad. It seems that other game designers have figured out a way to deal with that properly, but for whatever reason, MiHoYo hasn't. And so MiHoYo's input system in Genshin has lots of issues. Oh, okay. I don't think this is gonna happen. Get out of there. Okay, so... Ooh, that thing actually stunned it, huh? Okay. But still have a little over a minute left. Oh, come on. Okay, Zhongli's shield coming in clutch. I can just kill one of them in the next 10 seconds or so. I think I could do it, but I don't know how doable that is. Okay, let's put up his shield. Let's freeze that guy. Let's freeze that guy this way. Let's make sure to get some healing just in case. Let's use her burst. And let's try to keep it frozen. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I played pretty sloppy. Yeah. But yeah, with all the revives, I think I revived Ganyu 3 times, at least twice. I still managed to do it with all the time. I still think 7k right now is... Yeah, I don't think I'll bother trying it. I'll just frustrate myself. I don't think it'll be fun. But I'll try the previous domain, but again with Venti. And let me check the energy amplifier. This could be good, but I want the Hydro one definitely, so that I can use so I can apply Hydro to certain enemies. But that could be good. Yeah, that one. Elemental burst damage. Instead of that, plunging, charge attack, stamina consumption, normal attacks. Ooh, ER, elemental mastery. ER versus. Let's go with that. I don't think I have that much. I don't have issues with ER really. This could be good, because Ganya, how often am I gonna be using her attacks? Probably once every 5 seconds, right? It takes a decent amount of time to charge up her charge attacks. Oof, so this is how I managed to do 7k last time, huh? Let's try adding that. Yeah, depending on how Venti manages things, might be doable. Bring a shielder. And I think I want to bring a Hydro or Pyro. This makes sense. We got 2 healers. We got some elements. Yeah. I guess another 5-star main DPS would be. Yeah, so I rely on Ganyu because she is my elite DPS, right? If I want another DPS, I'm gonna like Kaching and Beidou. I want to build Beidou to be my other DPS. That's the thing. And I figure once I get her up to level 90, 999 or 10 in talents, she should be hitting pretty hard. She won't be hitting Diluc levels, but she should be hitting hard. Eventually I guess I'll get Diluc DPS. But yeah, you know, right now I have Ganyu as my big damage dealer, and I guess I want a second one for the Abyss, but it's gonna take a while. Let's see, I don't remember exactly what the sequence was here, but let's try this. Let's use her burst. And now I'm gonna go here and use Venti's burst close to those guys. Oh, so... What? What am I getting hit by? Put up her shield. And those guys have a lot of HP. Okay. Yeah, let's use that. And let's use that. And let's use that. And can I... Sure, I'd like to kill that guy. He can be very annoying. And then this... Yeah, let's put up the shield and use Venti's burst to suck people up. So that Elytral also... Oh, so he doesn't get fully sucked up, but he does get dragged. That's pretty convenient. Okay. Start by just doing lots of damage to one particular one there. Because if I'm able to kill one first, that can make a big difference. Oh shit. Ooh, that hurt. Alright, let's get some healing going. Kill that guy. Oh shit. Oof. Damn. Yeah. I have noticed that those guys, their aim is very simple. Very simple. Once they target one area with a hit, they'll end up... Oof. Oh shit. They'll do 3 straight hits into the exact same area. Alright, so this might be doable, but it's gonna be hard. Especially with Venti down. Oh! Alright, I'm gonna have to try again. These, all the deaths are too much. So, those shots, I'm not sure how to dodge them properly when I'm in that tiny little area. Because they do track very little bit. Very little. After that first shot comes out, you can pretty much guess that the next 2 shots are gonna come right in the same area. They'll track a little, very little, but it changes, the angle changes by a tiny amount. But because the area is so small, you have nowhere to dodge. And that's a big issue, definitely. Not having a place to dodge. But I think Venti was doing this really well, so I'm gonna give it another shot. And this time, let's try using his burst, her burst, and his burst. And should be doing damage, right? Gonna get rid of that. What's hurting me? I don't... What? Oh, there was a slime there, eh? Okay. Guess that one's on me. What? Also, I don't get where this electro is coming from, because I'm not in the fucking area where the electro is supposed to be hurting you. God damn it. Maybe it's leftover electro from that guy's arrow shot? I don't know. In any case, these guys are dead. That. Let's use her burst. And now we're gonna go towards that and use his burst. His burst. And yeah, let's try to kill these enemies quickly. Put up shield. Here, let's take care of that archer. These archers really are such a pain. Okay, got that guy. Now let's try to get rid of that guy quickly. Here. That. Put up her shield. That up. That up. That up. And use the decoy. I shoot that guy. Let's put up her shield. And do that. Oh shit, he's just out of range. That one's on me. Alright, now let's eat through this guy's shield. I don't know if I have enough time to do this. Come on. Yeah, I guess I should aim for their legs when they're moving side to side like that. Oof, look at that damage. Okay. Kill one. That guy's not gonna be hard. Okay. Oh shit. But yeah, I can't do this in time. So, I need healing, of course, and I forgot about the fact that I have Bennett as my main healer here. I kept thinking about using Diona. So yeah, the seconds and third shots come out right behind them. But what I really need right now is to charge up someone's burst. Oh, got her shield up. So the wind damage does something at least, I guess. Ah. Yeah. This this domain design. Come on, Diona. God, Diona really frustrates the hell out of me. I don't understand what they were thinking when they programmed those shots, because you can see the enemies right there, right? He's not that far away. For an archer, that is very close. And not a single one of her shots actually lands on the enemy, right? And it's not like the game designers lack ability to make things track. They're very good at that when it comes to like Ruin Guard missiles and shit. But with Diona and also with what's her name? Ningguang, they decided to make the tracking just absolute shit. And I don't get it. It's just so odd that like Diona, the limits on her tracking is so tiny. The fact that you can see an enemy and you can almost reach them and you can't depend on Diona's shots to actually land on them, Yeah, it really hurts. That's the thing. Diona is in theory could be a very good character, but she isn't. Yeah, that's one thing I realized. Because she does a lot of things well, and she could do a lot of things well if her kit worked the way it should. But it doesn't work the way it should because of the fact that you can't rely on her E to hit enemies consistently. Man, that is such a damn shame about Diona, now that I think about it. She's such a potentially great character. Okay, first wave was pretty easy. Oh, come on. Let's use that. Use her burst. Can we get enemies and focused on someone else than me? Get the shield. Let's get rid of that archer. Okay, final wave. Maybe I should focus on just killing this guy first. Getting headshots. Come on, Diona. There we go. I think I'd love to get Venti's burst charged for handling the enemies there. Here, time to use her shield. Let's use that. And here. Oh, come on! What? Oh, the electricity. Yeah, that thing drains. God damn it. That sucks. Okay, if that's the case. See, it's really hard for. Oh, nice. Okay. It's really hard for me to regain energy when it's so hard to actually hit the enemy. Nice, good job, Diona. You actually hit. Nice. Okay. There we go. Oh, what? So I heard that the enemy was attacking, and that's why I was moving backwards. But clearly, I wasn't moving backwards quickly enough. I need her burst charge. Okay. Go. Her burst. Oh. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. I don't... Huh. Okay, so a couple things I ran into there. The main thing was not being able to get those guys' shields down. Without a Hydro Archer, which there's only one of in the game, it's hard to get them. And that's why I have that one ability for raising, creating the Hydro thing on the burst. But yeah, so I need to do a better job weaving in and out of the danger area. Alright, well, yeah, thank you for coming by, Nat, and good night. Have a good sleep. Okay, let's use that, and that, and that. Okay. Okay, that's wave 1 done. Get rid of that guy. Okay. Let's try to get Venti's burst back up, because Venti's burst is gonna be doing a good portion of the damage in this case. Okay, got that one guy killed. Okay. That. Here, let's use Venti. You know what? As soon as I have somebody's burst available, I'm gonna go ahead and try to hit these guys. Because every time I have it available, it's an important chance to do some hydro damage to them. So I have a decent amount of time, I guess. Okay. Here, let's use his burst. Go. Oh shit. Ah, that sucks. Yeah. Also, I wish enemies could block other enemies' shots. I feel like it's kind of bullshit that they don't. And enemy shots just go right through other enemies. Yeah, it's really a shame that they didn't build it so that enemies can fight each other. Because it'd be natural to see Fatui and Hilichurls fight each other, right? But, alright, so eked out a little more than 7,000 points, so there you go. Pretty happy with that. I wonder, could I eke out a few more points on the other one? On the Geovishap one? I might be able to. So for this one, I think the energy amplifier... Kinda like that one. I don't really care about the Geo reaction, I think. Good. I don't care about hitting weak spots. Defeating. Normal attack, normal attack. Normal attack. That would be good. Be able to use bursts all day. That could also be good. That's pretty useful, but I don't know how much damage that one actually does. That one's solid. But I am sacrificing a bunch of other ones. Let's see if it's doable. So I've done 7k. So this would be a little more than 7k. See if it's doable. I'll have to bring Zhongli. And if I want to do a lot of damage quickly, this could do it. Instead of Diona, let's bring Chi-Chi. She's better as a healer. And Bennett can provide some heals, and we can also do some elemental reactions for some more damage. But it's gonna be hard to do them a whole lot. Oh, whoops. And let's freeze them. Okay, let's do damage to that guy. Put up a shield. And do some damage to this guy. Shit, his shield wasn't regened. Okay. Here, let's do that. Get some healing going. I don't quite understand because I had Zhongli's shield up very recently. I'd created it just moments ago. And for whatever reason, it was eaten through. Maybe it was the domain, yeah, obstacle. Okay. Be nice to get his burst up. Okay, got her burst. And yeah. Let's put up his shield. God, I hate it when it does that attack. It's just, again, it's a very annoying part where It doesn't have iframes, but it's uninterruptible from what I can tell. It has perfect hyper armor. So you just gotta wait until he does it. I can't seem to figure out any other way of handling it. You can't even. So normally when these guys roll at you, if you have a shield up, it'll cause them to knock back and be stunned for a moment. But even that doesn't work when they're doing that one attack where they roll fairly randomly, basically. Alright, let's try to do a lot of damage here. Running low on time, actually. This isn't gonna be doable. Yeah, I'm not sure that getting anything over 7k is actually doable for me right now. Because I don't even quite remember the setup that I used to get exactly 7k. So I feel like if I want to do this at more than 7k, I'll probably have to reuse basically the same setup, but do a little bit better. Yeah, so 7k definitely not doable with that setup. I just wasn't doing damage fast enough, and I don't know that I can get my damage up high enough to be able to do this, not with the characters I have. I feel like if I had a setup with Zhangling doing melt comp with Ganyu, I might be able to do better, but okay, so this Blade Dance actually doesn't help Ganyu at all. It's normal attacks, not charge attacks. I mean, Elemental Mastery, since I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of reactions, I don't think it's all that useful. This might be useful. Do a lot of... Yeah, let's try going all in on bursts. Yeah, really just buff the bursts a lot. Ah, the normal attack damage, that thing's not great. Okay, good. Plunging, bow user, a weak spot, I don't wanna bother with that. Normal attack, normal attack. Normal attack gets buffed. That could be useful. Character levels. The higher their level, the greater the motive force. Let's see, so I guess I've maxed out the motive force. 2 energy. Incoming healing. That could be useful. Normal attack, recharge, elemental mastery, physical damage, shield strength. Yeah. Energy recharge. Maybe instead of these, that could be useful since I'm using Ganyu. Yeah, and then actually, yeah, let's do that for more straight damage. I think I have enough energy recharge that I can handle it. So I think when I got 7k, what I did was use every single one. Yeah, if I want to get I don't know if adding do that so that I have... But then let's basically remove a bunch of... So that's so much. Alright, that's a little bit more than 7k. Let's see if it's doable. Yeah. Wonder... Now, Venti wouldn't be that great as a replacement for Bennett, because the swirls aren't going to be doing a whole lot of interesting reactions. Okay. Freeze him and do a lot of damage here. Oh, I should have activated that beforehand. Yeah, they're completely avoiding the area of damage here. Not completely, I guess. Okay. Up a shield. And try to damage them as much as possible, I guess. Also, I hate how much these guys have in terms of iframes. When they start digging into the ground, they're completely invincible. And I really... Yeah, at that point they're completely invincible. And that's, I find, very frustrating that they have absolute iframes there. You can't possibly hurt them when they're doing that. It's just another way that they give enemies certain abilities that just straight up negate your ability to hurt them, and that's always frustrating. Oh, what? Oh, I ran into one of those things. Because I feel like good game design, or when a game is designed well to be fun and everything, when you get punished, you get punished by something that you feel like you were given adequate warning about and you had a chance to avoid and everything. But there's lots of game design in this game where that's simply not the case. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do this. I'm not doing damage fast enough. Yeah. And this fight is... I don't know, I think getting 7k or over might be straight up impossible if you don't have Zhongli. Because there's no shielder who can shield as well as he can. And with Zhongli I can barely manage. So without Zhongli, I mean, good luck, I guess. These little guys... Yeah. That's the frustrating part. The reason they're hard isn't because they're aggressive and come at you and have attacks that are hard to dodge, but rather it's because they waste a lot of time with their iframes. That's really all it is. That the reason this challenge is so hard isn't because the enemies are tough, but it's because the enemies are good at wasting time. And to me, that's not a fun way to make a fight or a thing challenging, by just making you race the clock and also sticking you against enemies that are just gonna be basically cognizant of the fact that you're not trying to beat them, you're trying to beat the clock. And so as long as they just waste time for you, that's all they need to do. So this... I need to reduce one or the other, raise one or the other if I want to get over 7k. I still think this might be the right team. It's like Bennett's not contributing that much. Maybe freezing them might be a better choice just so that I am able to... Yeah, maybe that's the thing. Because I've been using Bennett to help with reactions and of course for healing and such, but maybe the way to go isn't reactions per se, but rather just keeping them stuck in place so that I can have Ganyu just hit them a lot. Oh, come on, I was protected by the shield! Okay, can I do some damage to that guy. Yeah, see, there. I so hate the fact that the incredible amount of iframes these guys have means that if you're stuck waiting for Ganyu's shot to charge, you're often firing that off before or right after they initiate their iframes, which means you don't get any damage on them. Really a shame, because I think overall the Geo Bishops actually are some of the best designed character enemies in the game. The fact that they're so aggressive and have so many abilities in terms of ways to shit on you with different elements and such means they're a really just very challenging enemy, and most fights with them are not trivial. It takes a lot of work, a lot of just focus, and constantly wearing them down to actually get them done properly. God damn it. So there was a case where I pressed Zhongli Z, but I must have pressed it just a little too early, and so it didn't activate. And so I was just stuck holding down E, and that wastes a lot of time. And then I had to hold down, unpress E, and then hold it down again in order to activate a shield properly. And that just wastes so much time, you know? Okay, let's start for the buff. Okay. Yeah, so let's try to stay in Bennett's area for the damage buff. Okay. Yeah, and unfortunately Zhongli's shield already has a very long wind-up period, which I guess is the nature of the beast when you have a hold attack. Yeah. So this is more, I think raising their HP instead of lowering the time is more doable. It gives me a little more room for error because when I make mistakes I have more time to just make up for it. Alright, looks like we reached the end of that playlist. Let me play another... Let's see, which playlist was that? Yep, that was one. Let's play the second one, which has a lot of same or similar tracks, but also different ones. I think I already listened to that earlier, but let's listen to it again. Oh, come on. I'm not sure if I can get these guys in a minute and 20 seconds, but let's try. Oh, come on! Yeah, we really need a shield meter. That's one thing. Relying on the visual cues of the shield on top of your character simply doesn't work. Not with how busy the visuals are in this game. Because I saw something around my enemy, around my character, and I assumed that was the shield. But looking at it more carefully, it clearly wasn't. And I guess that one's on me, but simple fact is, the game design doesn't make it easy. The visual design, in fact, makes it really hard to know when you're actually being protected by a shield or not. And I often talk about this, but the fact that you're having to struggle and again, you might have noticed I switched characters multiple times, and that's because I switched from Zhongli to Ganyu, but the game interpreted that as me switching from Zhongli to Chi-Chi and then to Ganyu. Yeah. This game... It really speaks to the great design and everything in terms of the characters and the world, that the game with such absolute garbage combat mechanics is so popular and still so fun to play. Yeah, because there's so many issues with the combat mechanics in this game that, like, I am not by any means a game developer or a game dev expert, but I am absolutely 100% positive. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. If you put me in charge of fixing this, or if you put me in charge of actually designing this game or creating it, like, it would have so many issues. It would be such a worse game than this, but it would not have the issues that I'm complaining about. Because these are issues that other game developers have solved. It's like, these are issues that you never run into in any other game. It's only in this game. And this game has so many of them all the time. And so I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'd be able to get it. It's just bizarre that somebody who is as bad at game development as I am, as in somebody with literally zero experience, could point out these really obvious flaws that basically every other game developer has solved. There we go. Oh, come on. So for example there, right? It'll be really, really easy to have an indicator on the enemy bar, let's say, so that when it hits 1% of max HP, then it changes the color or something like that. You know. And they could make it so that it changes in color over the entire life of the bar. Also, so here's an example of really, really poor visual design, which is making the obstacles that explode when you touch them look like slightly different shaped versions of the shields that you pick up when you're facing Geoviships. And putting that in the same fight as when you're fighting Geoviships, it's like, are they trolling us? Because in the heat of battle, you're not going to be looking at an object incredibly precisely to know exactly what shape it is that you're looking at. You're just going to be looking at, oh, there's a brown round thing next to me that, yeah, as I'm fighting. And usually, anywhere outside of this battle, that's a thing you want to go towards. It's a shield. It helps you, and depending on how you set up the amplifier, in fact, it can be incredibly important to use for the buffs. But the way they set it up here is that they punish you if you pick it wrong, and they don't give you very much in terms of the tools to figure out, oh, this one is a shield, while this one is gonna hurt you. Okay. Would have killed that one first, but either one. Okay, good. Okay. Damn, that guy's tanky. There we go. Oh. Here, let's use her burst. Oh, come on. Again. The visual busyness of this game really, yeah, gets to me. Because it's pretty, but it causes so many issues when you're actually trying to play it. Okay, I'm gonna try to basically kill the small guy first, because well, neither of them is all that hard when you got one of them, but the small guy is probably easier to kill quickly because he has less HP. Okay. Oh, come on! Let's put up his shield. Oh, can you? Why are you trying to dodge right into one of those obstacles? Yeah. Yeah, with just how crazy these guys' attacks are, again, I just don't see how anyone could beat this with the amount of points that I have unless they had a Zhongli. It's just really nuts, the AoE damage that these guys are capable of putting out. And again, the game doesn't give you the tools you need to dodge them properly, so you're just kind of rely on shields. Although, I mean, I wonder if there's anyone who has beaten something like this with... Yeah, I would love to see a 1 HP run with Zhao and no shields and no healers. Like, if somebody can pull that off, you know, that would be, in terms of just Genshin, you know, mad respect. Okay, attack the decoy, please. Yeah, either that or Hu Tao, right? Now, it's a shame that those characters would have to be built, right? You couldn't do that with the level 1 Hu Tao or level 1 Zhao with level 1 weapons. Just because in terms of the math, you just need to do tons and tons of damage to them very quickly in order to beat this with any sort of good score. Oh shit, that's not what I meant to do. That one's on me. Okay. So I'm kind of using their bursts defensively now, I guess, too. Come on. Okay, I don't understand why that didn't freeze that Hydra one there. Here, let's use that. Hopefully keep that one frozen. Yep. Yeah, the more I keep that one frozen, the better it'll be for me. So maybe for that reason, if I were to do another run, I should bring Hydro. Because, yeah, Bennett's not doing a whole lot for me here. I mean, he's definitely helping out, don't get me wrong. He's still just an absolutely great buffer and healer. But the reactions I'm not really taking advantage of. So I think bringing a Hydra so that I can keep enemies frozen would be the way to go. Yeah. Let's try that. I'll do one more run, but with Mona instead of Bennett. Yeah. I'll be losing out on Bennett's healing, but I think going a little more aggressive on just, well, not on damage per se, I guess it's more on keeping enemies frozen so that I can snipe at them with Ganyu. And having another decoy with Mona definitely gonna be helpful. Yeah. Alright, yeah, I'll do one more run, but with Mona instead of Bennett, and then I'll call it a stream there. It is getting late-ish. But, yeah, let's see if... I'm still not great at using Mona. Mona's dash, unique dash, does give me a lot of trouble because I am never expecting it. And that's because she's so rarely a part of my team. I bring her out every once in a while in quests like this. But, yeah, I'm not used to it. So, yeah, I end up... well, dashing into enemy attacks and such. Okay. Come on! Ah! So that one, I should have switched to Zhongli immediately after Chi-Chi's burst was over, but there the game decided that nope, I'm gonna make you wait. Ah, so frustrating. Here, let's use Mona properly. There's a case of me wasting time because of Mona's dash. Have to get better at it, I guess. Okay. Let's use his shield. I can get enemies getting towards that, it'll be pretty convenient. Sure, let's use that. Here. Good, you're frozen. There we go. Okay, yeah, the freeze definitely helps a lot. Okay, let's try using that. They frozen? Here, let's freeze them this way. Can I get the headshot there? I think I did. Okay, let's try freezing them this way. Okay. I might lose Zhongli's shield before that guy comes at me. Okay, let's use Zhongli's shield and then use her burst. Oh. So keep him frozen. Huh, I wonder, because that guy's cryo, does Mona's hydro cause him to frozen? Ah! Alright. Use his shield. Okay. Put up his shield. Use her decoy and her decoy. Let's keep doing damage to it, and let's make sure to use people's bursts as soon as they're available. And let's use her burst, that'll help us get some heals. Oh, come on, what? What hit me? Ah. Okay. I might not be able to do this because I will have to revive Mona. Yeah, and I don't have a whole lot of time. Oh, freezing. Just try to do as much damage as possible. And put up that shield. Okay, well, I guess they are getting distracted by the decoys at least. I'll take it. Okay, put up the shield. Put up, use her burst. And yeah, I get that guy coming in to this area. Use his shield. Oh. Okay. Yeah. This is basically the Zhongli and Ganyu show right now. But I don't think I have enough time to pull this off. These guys are just too damn tanky. The amount of damage I have to do is too high. And without Mona to help me out by freezing them... Oh, come on! Help me out here, guys. Yeah, without Mona around to freeze them, I'm just spending too much time dodging. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to kill even one of them before the time is up. I might be able to kill the Hydra one, but it's very iffy. Yeah, not happening. But it's gonna be close. I feel like I certainly could have done it if I had played better. One factor was Mona getting killed so late into the fight. If she had survived that moment, I think I had at least a good shot. Ah. Ooh, ran into his pillar, huh? So since I'm not playing for time, let's just see if I can make this work. One thing I'm not getting is why my characters get shocked when I'm not electrocharged. I thought electrocharge was an effect that happened when you have electro with hydro, and that will cause you to basically get stunned as well as hurt. But I feel like I've had my characters get stunned momentarily when it's just electro, no hydro. Nice thing about Mona, unlike Barbara, she doesn't apply hydro to herself. Alright, let's give this another shot. I think with Mona this is doable. It's just defensively it's kind of a nightmare because I only have one shielder and one healer. Can I freeze him? Okay, can I freeze that guy off of the Zhongli's freeze? Okay, let's use some burst. Okay, come on, switch. Nice, okay, got them frozen decently. Okay, put up the shield. And let's use decoys, why not? They don't seem to go for the decoys on that first attack. Okay, I think I figured something out. It's kind of a shame that they don't go for the— oh, what? I thought I— again, the absolutely terrible visual design for the shields makes it so that I thought I had a shield up when I didn't. This is— yeah, kind of ridiculous, but what can you do? I'm gonna have to just— yeah, that's the thing I realized. A lot of good combat games of this sort do a good job of making sure that you always know what you need to know in order to, you know, react properly to beat the game or whatever. And that you're never really struggling to figure out, oh, do I need to keep track of that or that or that? It's just like, it's natural. Now, of course, it takes practice. It's not natural the first time, but over time it does. But in this game, the game doesn't give you any tools to do so. It just throws a lot of visual stuff at you. And like the lack of a HP bar for a shield makes it so that it's just incredibly difficult to know, to expect that when your character is gonna run out of the shield. Oh, come on! Okay, let's use her burst. Okay, and let's use her burst. Yeah. One thing that I've criticized before as well is the fact that there's no visual indicator for when a character's skill is off cooldown. You have to actually look at the bottom right corner and see that it's off cooldown if you want to verify without just timing it properly. And there's so many cases where I've switched to a character and thought I had their skill ready to go, but I didn't. And again, that's one of those things where it's like, yeah, sure, you can just keep track of it in your mind, but a good game wouldn't force you to do that, right? That's not true. A game with good design in this aspect would not force you to do that. So there was a case where it absolutely looked like Ganyu had a shield, but she didn't. She had a yellow orb circling around her, but I don't know, it either didn't count or it disappeared before the enemy could hit her. And yeah, that just sucks when I thought I had everything set up properly to receive that attack, and the game's like, psych, nope, I fooled you. Okay, let's keep enemies frozen. Alright, let's get the small guy first. Got that shield. Oh, come on, Mona. Please. Also, yeah, one thing is, for most games of this ilk, when you'd expect that when you switch an enemy, and let's say you pressed E just a little too early, right? You pressed the E, but you're holding it down because it's a hold E that you want to use. But you pressed it just a little bit too early, so you hold it down. Normally in a game like a well-designed game like of this sort, what they would do is just make it count so that it's as if you press that button right after switching to the character. But this game doesn't do that. Unless you actually get it right, it doesn't count at all as a hit. Which is utterly bizarre to me, because adding difficulty to the game that way is just... it adds frustration without adding fun, and that is not a good way to add difficulty to a video game. Okay, got them frozen. I don't think I can pull this off in this time, but let's try our best. Let's use burst. I think using bursts and skills very often is gonna have to be a key if I'm going to beat this. Rapid shield. Okay. The Hydro one is definitely the easier one to kill, so let's just focus on that one first. Here, let's use her burst. Use her burst for defense more than anything. Okay, yeah, use the decoy. Let's use his E. And, yep. Yeah, I simply don't have the time to do the damage to make this work. But let's freeze them. Let's use that. And that. Okay. Also, it's really hard to see the crosshair right now. And it's for a couple reasons. One is the shields. And that's one reason why Diona, in my opinion, has the best shield for an archer, because that extra... the ears, the way they stick out on the right, make it so that you can actually kind of see the crosshair in that little slot. But most of the regular round shields just get in the way of the crosshair. And again, this isn't that hard of a issue to design around. It's something that other developers have figured out just a long time ago. But it's like the developers at MiHoYo just didn't seem to care about making the UI and everything usable, and yeah, it's really confusing. Shield. Okay. Oh, come on! That one's more on me, I guess. I should have realized that Zhongli's shield was out, but... yeah, the fact that there's no visual indicator for when a character's skill is off cooldown is... it's baffling. The game has plenty of UI area to use, and it misuses a lot of them, actually, by putting the labels of the actual physical buttons you're supposed to press. Like here, there's absolutely no reason the UI should have triangle, X, circle, up, down, left, right on them. We should just know. But given that they're already wasting that space, they should have something to let us know when a skill is off cooldown. Not that hard to do. Oh, come on! Ah, that's so frustrating, because And that one is down to the game creating this very annoying lag time between when you switch the character and when their burst activates. So as a result, my Mona got hurt, which means I'm gonna have to waste time healing her at some point. Okay, let's put up this shield. Use her burst. Get out of there, and is Ganyu. Oh, okay, good, that guy's dead. Gonna come out and gonna die. That's so annoying when the enemy wastes so much time. This is something I hate about Dvalin too, that more than 2/3 of the fight is just him flying around. He just wastes a shit ton of time doing that. And if you ever had any difficulties with him beating him in time, which to be fair is no longer really an issue once you reach a certain level with your characters. But in any boss fight like that, where the timing matters, right? Because Dvalin, you can't take all the time you want, unlike the child fight. The child fight you can take as much time as you want, which is, along with the wolf, which those are some of the reasons why those two are definitely my favorite boss fights in the game. At least until the most recent one. But Dvalin you can't, not unless you have some insane healers who are able to out-heal the floor that does. But the fact that in a fight like that where time is an issue, they decided to make the boss waste shit tons of time just flying around for no particular reason other than just flavor. Yeah, really bad design. And again, the fact that it takes somebody with this little knowledge about game design, that even somebody with as little knowledge as me can point out these obvious flaws and obvious fixes that plenty of other game developers have already implemented in production all over the place, it's baffling and frustrating as a fan of this game. Okay. Is there burst? At least they do have an audible signal for when the current character's burst is ready to go. That is something I very much appreciate. I think that's definitely a very good idea that they implemented pretty well, properly. Okay. Sure would be nice if I can freeze them. Okay, let's do damage. Okay, let's see if I can keep them frozen and snipe at them with Ganyu. Yeah, I think this team is definitely better than Bennett. Okay. Let's freeze him. Freeze. Oh, come on! Ah! Yeah, that's really frustrating. I also hate the fact that the game, again, when your character is staggered, it prevents you from switching characters. But then, what it should do is as soon as you leave stagger, then you switch characters to the one you did. And that's something that basically every other game already does. But again, this one, they don't do it. It's really frustrating, and I think I'll call it a stream for tonight. I want to break 7k, I think, and it's definitely doable, but it's gonna take some good RNG, and that's always frustrating when a boss fight requires you to have good RNG to beat. Yeah, because then, yeah, you're just really dependent on the RNG gods instead of your own skill. when you figure that boss fight, for it to be fun, it's generally about testing your skills and punishing you if you don't do it right, instead of punishing you because the game is poorly programmed. But anyway, I guess I'll, yeah. I've condensed my resin. Let me put some more stuff in. And yeah, I mean, I do realize ultimately the game developer's goals is to make the game just frustrating enough so that you're motivated to build up your characters to do big PP damage so that you don't have to deal with these issues. Basically, the idea is to overwhelm the game's issues with just huge damage numbers that, you know, once you do that, then you don't have to worry about the game's mechanics screwing you over. But it's not an excuse to create such poorly designed mechanics, or poorly implemented anyway. Alright, let's pick up the... Ah. I do have that ready. To the queue. They're both 14 hours, and I can buy 5 of those a day, so I think I should be pretty happy using these up. Nice. Is that it? Rounds 1 and 2? Oh no, I claimed these rewards. 40 blueprints. Alright, got a bunch more stuff. Blueprints, yeah. Wow, a lot of blueprints. Portable stove. Oh, does that mean I can hook here now, maybe? Take a look at portable stove. Little hope of feeding Paimon. Yeah, let's use that. And let's try creating that. Nice. So with 80, I can buy a 160 level. Sure, why not? Huh, did that activate a... Oh, cool. Nice, a lot of BP. Oh, yeah, nice. I'll get to use an Acquaint Fate, so... That's actually a good way to end the stream, do a pull, and I'll be able to do it from home, too. So yeah, let's see what I got. Nope. Not what about as expected. But hey, what can you do? At least I beat the event. I have a lot of more to play with now, and I think the next talent up, will be her. Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense to ascend that and ascend that before I ascend this. But then again, when's the next time I'm gonna have this much more at once? Yeah, I'll level her auto attack actually. But also I gotta level him up, period. And I'm gonna need to run some books, EXP books for that. Yeah, so that's what I'll do. I'm gonna go to the alchemy table, which I think you can make one in your own home, but I don't have the ability to do that yet. Big rip? What do you mean? Oh no, it's for Eula. That's assuming I get her, which I don't know. Doesn't seem likely. Given how much I'll pull for her, which isn't a lot. Oh wow, another level. Sweet. Hey, I got some books. But, yeah. Gonna be using these on Zhongli. Actually, yeah, I'll do that later. I think I can get him up to 80, if not tomorrow, the next day. But before I go, it's got one refund. The Beto didn't do a whole lot for me today, but she will do more for me as time goes on. I think it's time to level this one up one more time. A pretty hefty bump, almost 10%. Now, to get one more, I need a lot more of those books, but I have enough of the Valen size. Yeah, gonna need to farm the books a lot, as well as get more Mora. But yeah, let's see. The event, then... I think there's supposed to be one more? Is that it? I thought maybe there was supposed to be one more for some reason. Yeah, in the Twisted Realm, there's a 4th slot that... I don't know what that's about. So what I'll do is, before I really level up other characters' talents, I'll just focus on getting Zhongli's level up to 80. And then once the next part of the event unlocks, then I'll see, okay, what do I actually need to upgrade if I want to be able to handle that challenge? And then upgrade from there. But yeah, so tomorrow I guess I'll keep working on Zhongli. There's a talent domain bonus event should be after this one. Yeah. Well, so I heard it's actually at the end of May, but that's something to look forward to, I guess. But yeah, initially I was trying to save up, or not save up per se, but just upgrade other things than talents, because I wanted to wait for the event. But when I realized the event was still a ways away, I decided I'd just level up people's talents now, especially since they were giving us a lot of talent bucks from the event. Right now, it's really just Mora that I need a lot more of. So yeah, I guess I'll be farming Mora and EXP books tomorrow. But anyway, I'm gonna call that a stream for now. I'm pretty glad I managed to buy out the full shop. That's a good result, even though, yeah, at the highest levels of this game in terms of combat, there's a reason why I don't try to build huge damage characters who can complete all sorts of content, because I find that doing that isn't all that rewarding. The game's combat system is simply not well programmed enough and not well designed enough to make it worth it, in my opinion, to try to beat the best, or to beat the most difficult content. Because I just find myself getting way too frustrated when I'm trying to hit the limits of what I can do. But anyway, that's enough ranting for today. Guess I'll call it a stream. I think I'll probably stream again tomorrow evening, yeah, around the same time. I think I'll have time, and I don't know. I don't think the last part of the new Genshin event will unlock tomorrow. So maybe I'll actually play some Devil May Cry. I've been meaning to get back to that. Anyway, yeah, thank you so much for coming. Yeah, Evan, good to see you. I don't think I say hi to you all that often, but I know as somebody who watches Twitch, I'm one of those people who doesn't really say hi in chat, and when people say hi to me, when streamers say hi to me, I'm just like, okay, whatever. So for that reason, I only say hi to people on my chat if they say hi to me. And if they don't, I don't. But I still like to converse. I think, yeah, you never say hi? Yeah. So I think, everyone has kind of a different style of communication. And I think, yeah, for that reason, I try to meet people where they are. So, some people say hi, I say hi, ask them how they are. Other people don't. And we just get into a conversation because, yeah, before you say anything. Yeah, me too, actually. That's how I often am on Twitch. I'll usually lurk a lot, and then I'll try to contribute if yeah, when you've been watching for 15 minutes already. Yep. Yeah, I'll try to contribute if there's something in the conversation that I'm interested in or that I want to ask or that I feel like I can add, but I won't just say hi, and that's fine. And when that happens, I don't expect the streamer to say hi. In fact, I prefer when they don't. But anyway, that's again enough ranting about something completely different. It's getting late. So anyway, thank you again for coming by, and as well as anyone else who might be watching. I'll talk to you next time, and good luck with all the RNG. Bye.
개화꽃을 사서 좋은 술을 가지고 옛 친구와 함께 뱃놀이를 가고 싶으나 옛 친구는 언제 다시 만날 수 있으려나.